Welcome to the Drawing Zoo. Today we are talking about the veiled chameleon. Today we are focusing on shapes. First, we will do a warm-up, then meet the animal, then draw the animal. I will use a pencil and paper, but there are a lot of other materials you can use in this activity. And I have two friends that you can follow along with. Yay! To help us learn, we're going to do shape stretches. We like to draw big shapes first and then small shapes. Give it a try. How can you make a big circle using your body? Nice! How about a small circle? How can you make that circle so tiny? Yes, good job! Now let's try it with a triangle. Big shapes first, and then let's make tiny triangles. How small can you make it? Really good! How many shape stretches can you do on your own? Pause the video and play around. Then we'll finish up the warm-up with a game. Grab your paper and whatever you're using to draw. The game is to draw as many shapes as you can in 10 seconds. Just stop when the music stops. Ready, set, go! You can try it as many times as you like. What we can learn from this game is to not give yourself extra rules.
What do you mean?
Our game was to draw as many shapes as we can, not to draw as many perfect shapes as we can. While it's wonderful to challenge ourselves, if you give yourself extra rules on accident, you could end up getting very frustrated. It's okay to need more than one try. Let's see how we did. Which shapes can you name? Which of your shapes were regular, irregular, and totally wacky? You did a great job in the warm-up. Now it's time to meet the animal. This is Emerald, the veiled chameleon. They are so cool. Can you guess what their natural habitat is? Desert, grasslands, rainforest, or ocean? I'll give you some clues. They have what I like to call spy gadget hands, but scientists call them zygodactyl hands. Oop, oop, let go, let go. 3 toes on one side of the hand, 2 toes on the other. What are her hands so good at? Same thing as her tail. I call this a spy gadget tail. Scientists call this a prehensile tail. She also has 360 rotating eyes.
Whoa!
If you guessed rainforest, you are correct. Chameleons are amazing climbers. She is meant for balancing on tall, skinny branches. Most chameleons are from an island next to Africa called Madagascar. But the veiled chameleon is from a country called Yemen. Let's take some time to observe her before we start drawing. We're getting a close-up of those zygodactyl spy gadget feet. Notice she has 5 little toenails on each foot. Aww! And she can hold on to really skinny branches. There's that prehensile tail again. Look how it curls up. Have you noticed that Emerald looks a lot like the leaves she is climbing?
Oh!
This is called camouflage.
I want to know more about chameleon color changing.
We will talk about camouflage and color in another video.
Yay!
There are those eyes again. Notice how she is always looking around. Her eyes can spin in any direction and in 2 different directions at the same time. These eyes are perfect for spotting prey. Chameleons are insectivores, which means they eat insects.
Bugs.
She uses one more spy gadget to catch those insects.
What?
That's right, there's one more. The veiled chameleon has a tongue that is longer than their body and can shoot out at 60 miles an hour to catch those bugs. Hold on, I need to see that again.
Yeah.
Even in slow motion, that is crazy fast. Now that we've learned so much about the veiled chameleon, we are ready to draw. I'm going to show you how to draw something like this. You can follow along, or you can do your own thing. This is your learning experience. Where do you think I am going to start? Remember, big shapes first. We're starting with her biggest shape, which is her body. I like to use an oval for her body. And because I already know where her head and tail are going to go, I leave it open. Her next biggest body part is her head. There are a lot of right ways to draw the head, but I like to do it with 2 triangles put together. Notice that on my first try, I made her face way too pointy, so I made it rounder. Next is my favorite, the tail. I start my tail from the top of the oval and make a fun 6 or spiral. Then I retrace my steps back to the bottom of the oval.
Oh.
This is a lot of work.
Let's see how our friends are doing. It looks like they are working on 2 different ways of drawing the chameleon, but they both look really cool. They've been working for a while. Looks like they're ready for a break.
He's so cute.
Most people put their legs in the middle of the body on the first try, and then they don't like it. They later realize that chameleon legs actually start at the ends of the oval or body. See? Look at that. I like to make the legs look like arrows pointing at each other. Some people say they look like the letter L or the number 7. What small body part is gonna go on the end of these legs? Say it with me. Spy gadget, zygodactyl feet. She has 5 toes, but they're grouped into 2 sections, so I like to use a W. Ooh, this shape is really fun. What started out as a deflated football, and that's okay, is now starting to look like a chameleon. We are finally working on those small shapes, also known as details. Our friends are doing a great job with those details. Okay, everyone, we know this. She has how many toenails on each foot? 5. I'll never really know, but I hope she's proud. There's not much left to do. Let's finish this chameleon. Right where the 2 triangles are touching, I like to do a small circle for the 360 rotating eyes. And then I add some dots and lines for her iris and wrinkles. That is some detail. I think this is getting easier. I'll do a tiny dot for her tiny nose, a line for her mouth, and then, my favorite,
Do I say that a lot?
what tiny shape am I drawing over and over again to represent her spikes? They look sharp, but they're actually really soft. Let's finish those. If you found this activity too hard, try to remember that it's okay for things to be challenging. Sometimes that's the fun part. If you found this activity easier, or you've done this activity before, you can go the extra mile like these guys and add a habitat or color, whatever you can think of. Yay! Great job, everybody! This artist wanted to follow along. This artist wanted to draw from life. Let's see what other people did. Every one is so unique and amazing. I love this activity because it's fun for any age. Thanks for joining us. I hope you had a really fun time, learned a ton about chameleons, and try it again. We're gonna give her...
Oh, those claws are creepy.
Yeah.
They look like tiny mouths.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Check out our other videos with other animals and other elements of art. Ask about our Zoom calls. Find us at thedrawingzoo.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to learn about events and animal care tips. She's not a biter. You'll be fine. To make it a time-lapse video so you don't have to draw quickly. Yep, and then there's Kim.
To walk into each other like...
Actually, let me
No,
zoom out.
don't.
So when we draw any creature, oh no, you can't be in the video.
Here, they would think he's cute. They would think he was cute.
What is she meant to grip?
Trees.
Yeah, it's really hard to climb trees if
We
you...
can't climb trees once we have a ladder.
Well, right, so
we
she...
technically could, but it would be like climbing a big rope.
Right, and it would be really hard because our hands are not sticky and we don't have claws. Right.
But then the glue gets stuck on the tree.
That's
and
not fun.
The glue's not strong enough for that. So. Aw, the chameleon looks like a lizard.
I wonder if you can use your other hand to do the tail trick again. Go over your arm. Yeah. Yep. So this time, yep, get your finger like a hook shape and scoop up her tail. Yeah, look at you. And then turn to put your chameleon on. Oh, perfect.